Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to thank all of you for being here today, and I want to say, in recognition of the people here who have come with photographs, that I'm reminded of the tragedy that Connecticut encountered literally 25 years ago, almost to the day, at L'Ambiance Plaza. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be at a ceremony this coming Monday marking that 25th anniversary when 28 construction workers lost their lives as a result of a construction practice known as lift slab that was under review by OSHA. In fact, it had been under review for some 5 years and was eventually found to be unsafe. Yet 28 people lost their lives on that day, April 23rd, 1987, as tons of steel and concrete from an unfinished building came crashing down on them. And it is a tragedy that we have recalled every anniversary since, this one being the 25th anniversary. So as you have testified, Dr. Silverstein, and others have recognized very eloquently, these delays have real-life consequences. They have consequences not just in money and unnecessary medical costs, they have real-life consequences in lives lost. Men and women not coming home from work after leaving their families that morning, as these 28 individuals did that day 25 years ago, and not coming home to their families as a result of an accident and really a tragedy that could have been avoided. Accident probably is the wrong word because it was, in essence, preventable. And it could have been prevented if there had been prompt or even reasonable review within a period of time that everyone would agree is one that should be met. I have read the GAO report, and I would simply ask Dr. Silverstein whether you think that this report adequately sets forth measures that we can take to address this problem.
Well, Senator Blumenthal, I think that the GAO report did a pretty good job of identifying some of the reasons that OSHA standard setting takes too long. I think it fell short with recommendations. We've presented a number of recommendations here that I think are worthy of consideration. It's unfortunate that GAO didn't make those in its own report, but I think that the report itself supports quite strongly some of the recommendations that we have made.
So the report essentially identifies the problems and the reasons and thereby supports going farther than the recommendations it has made.
Yeah, well, even within the body of the report, a number of the recommendations that we've made explicitly here are noted, but they don't appear in the recommendation section. So the idea that Congress could direct OSHA to adopt a rule in a more expedited way than currently takes place is something that's in the GAO report. It's a possibility. It just wasn't listed as a recommendation, and I believe it should have been.
Thank you. I'd invite comments from any of the other witnesses if they have any. Yes, sir.
I'd make the comment that I really think the problem with OSHA rulemaking is that they just don't stick to their priorities. And what the statutory recommendations that we're talking about here do is establish that priority. If OSHA wanted to get a rule done on silica, it could have done it in 1979 or 1978 without having to go through all of the exercise that we've gone through since then. The reason it didn't happen is because I don't think they understood the significance and the importance of having established the rule. That doesn't, I don't think, change the problem that we have in front of us, which is to say the agency simply gets bogged down in its own processes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.